Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hello. He's
Looks like
worried
we,
about it be dark today because it's so dreary
yeah,
out.
it's very dreary and dismal day, and like I'm ready to go to sleep, guys. So I got to get myself awake here. It's one of them days where you just lose your energy. It's been cloudy all day, and we woke up this morning. It was 34 degrees out, and
It's
it
chilly.
was chilly in the house here. We had to crank the heat up, and so yeah, it's been. We saw a little bit of spot of sunshine this afternoon, right, Soup? And then
Right?
um,
I don't
that
think a spot is
got
maybe a
a little
spot, but
bit,
that's
little
it.
bright came through the window, and that was about it. We had my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law over, and Sue's brother and his wife over this afternoon. So we had a lot of fun there.
Very nice.
Had a blast. So
So it's been a busy day trying to do cooking.
it's been a
And
busy week. It really has.
yep. Hello, Carol. Hello, Sue. Thank you guys so much for joining us as always.
Yes.
It's always
And
great to
Carol,
have our favorite moderator in the house.
absolutely the best on the internet too. The best on YouTube. I mean,
So and
one of the
we're so
best
happy that
for
you guys
sure.
made out fine over there in Florida.
Yeah,
Sue
me
and-
too. You guys
and
lost
Bob.
your
Where's
internet.
Bob, by the way? Tom and Lori RV. Hello. Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. Hey,
How are you
guys. How are you
guys?
guys?
You guys
I don't
scared me
understand.
today. You guys scared me. I was watching the video and it said hairline fracture. I'm like, oh my God,
Right?
who's got a fracture? So I watched it without him. He's like, you're not going to wait for me? I'm like, nope, I got to find out who's got
I
a fracture.
tried to do a YouTube video, and I'm like, "What are you doing? You're watching Tom and Lori? Why aren't you waiting for me?" She said, "I heard something about a fracture." I am, oh my God! So I didn't give her a hard time, and ended up being they were fine. So
Did
hey,
Lorna sneak in? Hello, Lorna. How
he
are
had
you
I
today?
think he said he had a fracture in his overflow tank
Overflow,
of his
right.
radiator. and
Antifreeze.
That's
stuff.
just about as important to us guys as a fracture in our bones, I would say. Especially
Well, yeah, but I was
especially if you
nervous.
use if you use your truck the way he does.
Right.
That's for
Hello,
sure.
Steve, Oki, and sweet little Lucas. How are you guys today? Nice to have you guys here with us.
Oh, Bob is
And
there
hello,
next to him.
Bob. Yes, Bob is next.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
I hope you're over your cough. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, she said he's finally feeling
okay,
better.
good. Yay.
Yes.
Boy,
Yeah.
you hung on to your cough for a long time, I heard.
They're both they're both
Steve
feeling better.
from Desert Adventures in Arizona. Hi, Steve, my buddy Steve, our friends, our Tucson, Arizona friends.
Tom said, true that. Meaning that you'd rather have the crack in your bone than in your car.
Yep.
That was a little odd, but
And
that's okay,
I
guys.
haven't watched the video yet, and I don't know how you solved the problem, but I will watch it, or I'll ask Sue.
I ain't telling you'll have to watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah, you don't want to lose your antifreeze, that's for sure. So, anyways, yes, it's been a busy time for us. It really has. It's been a busy year, It started out with, okay, we're going to go RVing full time.
A year ago, right?
We put the house up for sale. We sell the house. We downsize. We put the rest of our stuff in storage. We buy an RV. We hit the road to go full time for 4 or 5 years, whatever. Sue took sick, so we ended up buying another house. We ended up moving into another house, and then Sue is not quite so sick anymore. So now we're going to go back on the road, and so I'm trying to get Finicky Franny ready. We're trying to get everything here in the house ready. So when we leave for the winter, we got to get our neighbors ready to watch and get everything ready. We don't want any freezes. We don't want any heat failure, all that kind of stuff. It's just been crazy time. And the way time flies, we'll be on the road in no time.
3 weeks.
Can you hear the puppies in the background by any chance, guys? No, these guys have been going since literally 7 o'clock this morning.
They're going to be
They
tired.
took a small nap. We had company. They took another small nap
Very small.
and listened to them. So we kind of thought they'd be quiet.
Lorna, we are
And
getting
Lorna,
ready.
Yes, we are getting ready. Hi, Lorna.
He's got everything done pretty much that he wants to do on the RV. Pretty much done.
Everything. I
You
got
got a
everything
little
done.
organizing to do.
I got a little bit of I got to take all the bins, clean them all out, put everything back away, which won't be as hot as last year because I pretty much know where everything goes. Sue is just going to do some organizing in the RV and make sure that she has everything that we need as far as like food and essentials and vitamins and bathroom stuff and all that kind of stuff. I've got everything done. I've got my whole list done on Finicky Franny, everything, pretty much as far as I can tell. Maybe a couple of little things, but nothing.
Hello,
nothing
economic refugees. How are you guys? We met them last year in Ironwood.
Yes, we did.
They have a Boston Terrier too.
Yes, they
I
did.
cannot remember his name for the life of me, but he was a cutie, little black and white Boston Terrier.
I can hardly remember our own name, guys. So
I know.
please don't take any offense. anytime we don't remember anybody's name, please don't take offense, because it's not because we don't love you or like you or anything like
Just
that.
point and go, they're old
Yeah,
thoughts. We
just
can
point,
understand.
and we have a hard time remembering our own names. Never mind somebody else. It's still 102 in the desert. They have
Ooh.
summer has not let up. We'll be in the desert in about
Wow.
5 weeks. I hope to God
It's not
that it's
105.
not 102, because if it is, we just might slow the bit down a little bit. I ain't going into that. That's for sure. My God, you guys must be about sick of that, right? Oh my goodness. 102.
KG. That's what I think. That's his name. The Boston Terrier.
Oh yeah,
If I'm saying it correctly, KG.
So Steve, while you're 102, on Thursday morning, I went to work. It was 38 out, and the wind was blowing at 20 miles an hour, which made it feel like 34. So I would take a little bit of that heat on that morning. However, it's a game changer for me, because as I get older, I can't take the heat. I mean, I can't take the cold, right? So I got this coat.
Now it won't turn on. You just killed the battery.
Well, anyways, I got a heated coat. It goes up to 100 and something degrees, which makes it nice and snug. I have heated gloves, so as I'm driving my machine, my fingers stay warm. So I am good. I am perfectly fine. So 38 with the wind blowing didn't mean nothing to me. Do I want to go into 102 degrees though, Steve? No, I probably don't.
Can we just find a happy medium?
When's the last time you had to have a pair of heated gloves, Steve?
Right.
Probably never, right?
Tom and Lori are in 75. They're in the south of Williams. It's 75 degrees there, but snow expected by Friday. You guys better be moving on, because we know Tom doesn't want to see snow.
You better pull out those flannel sheets. That's all I know. You better pull out those flannel sheets.
Lori will be happy. She won't mind.
No, Lori and Tom are like us. Tom is pretty much always cold, from what I understand, and so am I. And Lori is pretty much always hot, unless she's like in 50-degree weather, and that's kind of like us. Like, I am always cold. She's always hot. Today I was actually cold in here. She was having a hot flash. She was all red and sweating, and wiping her face. And, yeah. If you guys could see the puppies right now, you'd be dying. They're like running around.
They can hear them making crazy sounds.
Yeah, the 30s is way too cold, Steve. We're getting the heck out of here soon, though. We're hitting the road in 18 days. So.
Thank you, Sue. Sue is a wonderful moderator. She shared out the economic refugees link. She's a sweetheart.
Steve wore heated gloves there on his motorcycle on the way to and from work there in the winter. Yeah, it's good cold enough there in the winter to wear gloves.
Well, he was
on the motorcycle.
No, when he's up this way up in New Hampshire.
No, here in the winter, and there when he worked on it, he used to take his motorcycle to work.
Oh, okay. Oh,
but in the winter, it's cold enough to wear heated gloves.
True. Right, especially on the motorcycle. I get it.
Especially on the motorcycle.
You need to remove your box up there. I don't know if they can see the box, or just us.
Remove my box.
Get rid of the box. So the puppies, we thought were going to take a nap, but I guess not. They can play there. We'll put in a request for fall weather. Yes, for sure. Don't want to be in 102. Although we were in 90 when we left, and it wasn't bad. 90 wasn't nowhere near to what 90 is here.
90 there feels like about 75 here.
Yeah,
because the humidity here is so much.
Right.
Makes the heat feel like everybody says the dry heat makes it feel not as bad. They're absolutely right. I mean,
hard to believe
when it's 90 and it's dry heat, it's not too bad. It's doable. When it's here and it's 90, you can't even breathe without sweating.
Right.
Never mind trying to work, because we're only a little ways from the Atlantic Ocean, which just fills us with humidity. I mean, we regularly run 80 to 90% humidity here, and in the desert, I believe it's in the teens. You know.
Yeah. Steve, what's your humidity today?
Yeah, they have
Steve
very little humidity.
Steve usually always has this humidity handy.
Lorna says that they sound fierce. LOL. Yeah,
they are fierce.
They sound fierce, but it's all play. Trust me. Nobody's ever gotten hurt. If you watch them play, you would think they're dog fighting, but they're really literally not fighting at all. It's just they're air fighting, they're play fighting. They don't make any contact. They've never hurt each other, right? So they've never drawn blood. You might find an occasional little mark on them or something, maybe, but They just love each other though. They just
My sister-in-law Beth was getting a little nervous because they were doing their usual air fighting thing. She's like, "Oh my god!" And it's like, "No, don't worry, they're not
yeah.
going
And
to hurt
what
each
they do,
other."
like if this is their mouse, right? What they do is they go like this, side to side. So if you would take video and slow it down, you would see that they're going like this, but they're never actually biting. So they go, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," and it looks like they're actually. It really does. It looks like they're fighting. You would go, "Whoa, those dogs are crazy."
So we always say one Boston is cute, two is a circus. Yeah, you can say that very well around here. It's a circus.
There's
Right?
a circus around here a lot. Yes.
And we're trying to teach them, as you know, with Bostons, they love to jump on people. So we're trying to teach them. And so today we use snacks, and they did pretty good
They did
with
pretty
greeting
good.
people.
I've been trying to, yeah, and
It's a work in progress.
it is. It's a work in progress. And I've been trying to because I love walking the dogs. I don't like the walking the dogs, but I like being with the dogs when they're walking. Let's put it that way, but not when they're constantly pulling you. So I've been trying to train them to walk with me when I want them to walk and relax, so that there's no tension in the leash. And then when I say okay, they can go and sniff and play and do whatever. Just the last few days, I'm starting to get them to do it.
Well, you did it at home at your dad's.
And yeah, but I mean here. And I use snacks. What I did was I made him stay and I gave him a snack. I made him sit, gave him a snack. Then I told him to walk, gave him a snack. And then I took 2 snacks and put them in my hand and walked, and they would pay attention to my hand. And now they got the idea after 3 times that if they stay here and walk, when they're done, just before I tell them to go okay and be free, I'll give them a snack. And they're actually getting it. So yesterday and today we had a very relaxing, fun walk. Right? It was very, very good until we saw our neighbor's pit bull, which is a very friendly pit bull. But once they see another dog, they're out of their minds. There's no control on them. You just can't. They just want to see that dog. They don't want to fight the dog. They don't want to bite the dog. They want to play with that dog, and you can't stop them. You just can't. It's scary because I'm really afraid they're going to go up to the wrong dog one of these days and have the wrong attitude, and there's going to be an issue. So we have to work on one thing at a time. That's all. We have to work on people first because we're going to see lots and lots of people when we're on the road, and we don't want them to be, rushing people constantly. Yeah, they do. They
love to jump.
They're actually people dogs. They don't care as much about dogs as they do people. They want people to like them. They want people to love them. They want people to totally pay attention to them. They want people to make their world, if you know what I mean. They're right behind us, resting. They've actually stopped.
Where's Gracie?
Spike's right here. Gracie's on your bed.
Okay, good. We know where they are. We're good.
Spike's laid down. 11% humidity in the desert right now.
They weren't doing what you wanted to do.
They were just off. They were just pulling me like totally wherever the hell they wanted to go. When that's not really, it should be a mutual walk. And then when I say so, they should be with me, just safety. So today I would make them stop. I would say stay. They would stay. I'd give them a snack. I'd say sit. They'd sit. I'd give them a snack. I'd say walk. And they'd walk. And they'd stay even with my knee. And every once in a while, I'd have to give a little click, click, click to maybe one or the other. And then they'd walk. And it was good. It's just so nice to walk with dogs that you can
walk with,
relax with, and let them run and have fun too. Yeah, because that's part of it too, But for safety purposes, you really need to bring a dog under control quick, especially little dogs, because if they go after a big dog in the wrong way, bad things happen quick. Once
he gets him trained, I'll start walking him more. Not right now. It's not fun to try to walk them. Gracie's pulling everywhere. You're constantly having Gracie. He walks better than Gracie does, but
not anymore.
No, now she's walking better
because the last couple of days
she likes snacks.
It's switched, and Gracie likes snacks enough where she knows if she walks even with me, that dog's going to get a snack. She's doing it. And sooner or later, I won't even involve snacks like I did with our last Boston Terrier. You don't always have to involve snacks for the rest of your life. You just have to train them to do what you want them to do when you want them to do it. Right. And then when you leave snacks out, they'll still do it because in reality, dogs want to please you. They want to do what you want them to do. They don't want any issues. Yeah, and of course, Lana, they're pups. They're a work in progress. They'll always be a work in progress. Sweet Pea was 13 years old. She would still jump on a person. She wouldn't do it like eagerly and go after them or anything, but she would get up on a person every single time. It's just
a Boston Terrier.
Bostons want to lick your face. That's what they want to
They
do.
want to kiss you and love you.
Yeah, they want to give you a kiss.
Very true. And that's just a Boston Terrier trait. It's not one that I don't know if you can break them out of, but you can get to the point where they're not like
At least
crazy.
controllable, you know.
My poor brother sat
I'm
on
not-
he sat on the couch and he had his can of soda in his hand and he made a mistake of sitting down, and as soon as he sat down, both Boston Terriers jumped on him. He's like, "Oh!" and he jumped up real quick because he was worried about spilling his. But he's like giggling the whole time he was sitting here. He was giggling like a
It's
girl
funny.
because he was
It's
so
not like
excited.
it's not like they're hurting you.
No,
No,
it's just so fun.
39% humidity in Arkansas. That's not too bad.
Wow.
Not too bad. Usually it's really high humidity there on the Gulf Coast.
Right. Is that your home base, Arkansas, or is that just where you guys happen to be right now? I forgot. I know you
know.
guys. I remember you guys did have a home base, but I just don't remember. I think it is Arkansas, right?
So like when we left the desert last year, we were in the desert for months, and I had forgotten what humidity was like, and so we had
Mhm.
stopped. We had stopped in the New Orleans area, and that next day, that after we got there, it was only 76 or 77 degrees out, but the humidity, we were right on the Mississippi River and right on the Gulf Coast, and the humidity was just mind-blowing. We had forgotten, and we were just drenched. I wasn't doing
terrible.
anything, and I was drenched with sweat. Even the dogs were dying. We had to take them into the air
I
conditioner.
couldn't stand
You know?
that. Yeah.
It was crazy.
Hello, Tommy. How are you today? Thank you so much for joining us. She Devil Adventures.
Sea Devil
Yay.
Adventures, folks, on board.
And they're building a smallish home in Arkansas. Awesome. It's nice to have a home base for sure. Something to go back to.
Yeah, we're glad we got what we got. We don't have to worry about, like, if I crash Finicky Franny, we're not screwed, you know.
He went a little bit warrior.
That was one thing I worried about on the road all last year, is that if I wrecked that truck, that was our home, and we would have been in trouble. So I was like, not that I constantly worried, but it was always back here on my mind. You know, my God, it would suck if I wrecked this. You know, now if I wreck it, it's going to suck, absolutely, and hopefully nobody gets hurt. But you know, we have a place to go to. So,
Right.
you know, so there's always
Steve
that.
said 39% is sticky for us in the desert.
Or if you
Yes.
break down, what did it say?
Steve said 39 is sticky. 39% humidity is sticky for them in the desert.
Absolutely.
Oh, they had no place. It's a must-have. They had no place to go during COVID. That must have been tough for all the people who were full-timers during COVID.
Right,
I
and
bet
you
that
couldn't
was
get
hard,
anything. You couldn't go anywhere. Imagine that.
right? Yeah, we're glad we have a home base now. I'm a homebody for sure. So
I mean,
I'm enjoying it. And Finicky Freddy is our home as well. So it's not like I don't.
It wasn't like it didn't matter to me. It matters to her more than it does me. Like I would have lived in Finicky Fanny the rest of my life. It wouldn't have mattered to me. I really liked it.
I like having
love
a
this.
shower.
I love this place too, and I have no qualms at all. I think it's great. And I must say, enjoy taking
Yeah.
a 10-minute shower or whatever. You know, it's nice.
Yes. And I like my washer dryer. It's a very small one, but it's still a washer
Yeah, I know
dryer. I
that.
love that. It's good to have you based. For sure, Lorna.
You know, we forgot about when we did our list of things that we liked and disliked. We really did it. We only were on the road we've only lived in Finicky for over a year, so we're not experts by any means.
No.
But from our view, the things we liked and disliked, we forgot to mention laundromats.
Right.
You know, you never know what you're gonna get. You never know. It's like a motel room. You know, it's always something. Either the dryer don't work, the machines don't work, the people there are pushy, or there's no dryers left, or I don't know. There's just you're in a bad part of the city, or always something goes on with laundry. Laundry is one of the least exciting
favorite,
things
yeah.
you can do on the road, I must say.
That's for sure.
And it goes by fast.
Yeah.
But
It's doable.
it's doable.
Yeah.
But having our own dryer and washer right here in the house is
Much nicer.
something that we probably appreciate more now than we did.
Well, the machines are filled. Very true.
And
right?
yeah, you never know, right?
We had one. It was really cheap, but it only filled the clothes up. It only filled the washer up halfway with water. So all the clothes you put in there would only wash for half a bin, half a thing of water. So that was
We
like,
went to
okay.
one, folks. We went to one in Quartzsite. Okay, this is the God's honest truth. Nothing was said to us at all about no dryers at all, right? So we went to this one laundromat in Quartzsite, and Susie did her laundry. There wasn't a dryer in the place that worked,
No.
not one.
No,
So we had to load our laundry up and go to the popular laundromat in town there in Quartzsite, which is a pretty good place, and dry our laundry there. You know, I mean, come on.
And it says there, you're not supposed to bring the clothes in. You have to wash and dry there. You're not supposed to just come in there and dry. But I just, kind of ignored that.
What are you going to do?
Because there was nothing I could
mean,
do about
they're
it.
right. We're not going to rewash our clothes.
I never went back to the other one. I always went to them afterwards.
Right, we went to them afterwards.
Right.
So, right. And there's also, I don't know if people realize this, there are laundromats in Parker.
Yeah.
And there are laundromats over in
Blythe.
Blythe.
And then I know
But there's one over in the other town on the other
can't
side,
think of the name of it.
Bouse.
House. There you go.
We haven't been to the one in Bouse, but we do know that it's pretty much Deadsville because we've been over there and there's nobody there. When over at site, you couldn't even find a wash machine to use during the peak hours.
Steve said a lot of the full-time nomads had a tough time during trying to find camping during COVID.
Yeah, I'll bet they did.
Yeah, she said that they, all the campgrounds they went to were closed. So all the ones that they were supposed to go to. So it makes it tough. That's when you gotta, definitely, do it with what do you call that? Dry camping when you go without nothing.
How about boondocking?
Boondocking, that's the word. Sorry,
Wow.
I got out of it. I've been home for how many months now? And I forgot boondocking. Look at the look.
We just talked about boondocking.
In Ehrenberg, have we hit Ehrenberg yet? Must be near Quartzsite. I don't think we've hit that town though.
Ehrenberg. I don't believe.
I don't think we've hit that town yet. So
that might be the town that there's a mechanic in that town that's supposedly a good mechanic that I saw on YouTube the other day. That might be the town.
Oh, it's over by Blythe.
Oh, it's by
Tom
Blythe.
says.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Blythe has a good laundromat. We went there.
Yeah, we went to Blythe.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
No, that one wasn't bad.
It actually has two laundromats in that
Yeah.
in that town. And Blythe, from Quartzsite to Blythe, I mean, damn, you're I don't know, 18 minutes you're there, maybe less. You're right on the California border. Oh, it's between
Blythe and
Quartzsite and
Quartzsite.
Blythe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Huh.
And Tommy says, I always thought that was odd, Steve. Camping is staying away from people. Best place to be, in my opinion, away from people.
Yeah. Boondocking, in our opinion, we were on the road for 7 months roughly, and we stayed in campgrounds for 2 weeks, I would say, 3 weeks
If
maybe.
that, yeah.
Out of the whole, and we just loved it. We were in the middle of nowhere all the time. We were boondocking. All we needed was our water and our propane and a little bit of groceries, and we were by ourselves and happy. And it's fun. And
Definitely.
the RV parks are right up against each other.
Yeah.
Although I must say, in general, every state park that we stayed at gave you room and was very reasonably priced, and most of them had full hookups, although some only had partial hookups. But
Well, you can jump. You should have it on your site.
but like a regular RV park is like this much room between each trailer. Like
Right.
you look outside, you can see right in the other guy's window. That's not, to me, that's not the way we really enjoy camping. We'll do it once in a while, here and there, but not to mention it's very, very expensive to stay in an RV park every single night. If we stayed in an RV park every single night, we would have went broke.
We wouldn't be doing it, that's for sure.
No, that's for sure. My God.
I'll take a state park over a private campground any day. I agree.
Absolutely.
The state parks are really nice, and they do make it so it's
in
still
general,
woodsy and nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
mean, in general, they're wonderful places. They're safe, clean, comfortable. You have pretty much everything you need,
Yep.
and room. A little bit of elbow room. Yeah, you can see the person next to you, but you're not right on top of each other.
Yeah, she said boondocking is their favorite as well. A lot of the folks have contracts to move campgrounds every 2 weeks. Yeah, people who have like the way Gary does it. They can only stay 2 weeks each one.
Yeah.
They're in the
Yeah.
I forget whatever.
It's not boondock. It's
I forget what the name of it is.
yeah, I know what you
But
mean.
anyways, yeah, they have to move every 2 weeks, and that's not fun moving every 2 weeks unless you want to move every 2 weeks.
This year we don't plan to move at all. The only time we're going to move is to go back to Tucson to go to the Ironwood meet,
Yep.
and we're just taking finicky Fanny. We're not taking our cars. We're not taking we're just hunkering down our campground in Quartzsite. We're jumping in finicky Fanny. We're going to go to the Ironwood meet for 4 to 5 days, and when we need to dump, we're going back to Quartzsite and dump, and we'll stay there for the rest of the summer. We're not doing a lot of moving around.
Yes, we're not doing a lot
We
of
might go to Yuma area at some point to spend some time with Tom and Lori. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'd like to go down and
we
spend.
would like to do that.
We'd like to go down and spend a week or two with them. But there again, we may not bring everything. We'll just go down for a week or something and hang with them or something. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't want to be picking up camp and loading everything up, and bringing everything with us. I just, I'm just getting, I don't
Let's
want to
say it, getting too old.
I'm not too old, but I don't have the energy to up and down,
Right,
up and down,
right.
up and down, up and down, up and down every 2 weeks. I just want to go hunker down somewhere. I don't mind going back to Ironwood because it'll be about halfway through, and I'll need to get my travel bug out of my system anyways.
Right.
And it's a beautiful drive from Quartzsite over to Tucson. And we know exactly where we're going now, Steve. You won't have to rescue us to help us in. I won't be heading for the. I'll never forget. I said, Steve, I'm heading for the mountain with snow on top. He immediately texted me back. If you're heading for the mountain with snow on top, you're heading in the wrong direction. I'm like, oh my God. And of course, I was heading for Mount Lemmon, and I needed to go in the complete opposite direction. And of course, Stephen Oakey had to come save my butt and lead me back by the hand. But now I know exactly where I'm going, So
Well, that was the GPS situation that got us wrong there.
Yeah.
So we were listening to GPS, and that totally messed us up. Tommy said that would be fine by her. She doesn't have a fancy setup. So yeah, it's the less you have, the easier it is. But we set up the big pen for the puppies so that they have a place to run. And that, that takes them doesn't take a long time, but it's just one of those things that's tough on a shoulder to be hammering those stakes in to keep it up. Bob and Sue enjoyed staying at the Florida State Parks. And because they were seniors, they got half price. Usually only paid $12 a night. That's nice.
And that's reasonable,
Right. That's totally reasonable.
That's totally reasonable. Wow. And Florida's got some beautiful state parks. They're all over the place. They really are. They got a lot of nice state parks.
Here in Massachusetts, that's what I think we paid. What, 24, 17 or 24?
We paid 17, but guess what? If you're from out of state, you're going to pay something like 56.
Yeah, everyone's complaining about
Massachusetts sucks it to everybody else that comes here. I don't understand why, because when you all come here to camp, you're all going to be spending money in our area, right? So I don't get it. It's the only state that I know of that charges people triple if they're from out of state, which is Massachusetts. But of course, I don't want to get into Massachusetts right now, but you don't want to hear me go into a rant. But this state, let's just say
they call it Taxachusetts for a reason.
They do wacky things, Let's just
they call it Taxachusetts for a reason.
It's a very wacky state, I must say. Very, very crazy. I love the state, I do, but it's wacky.
Well, that is a good deal. $12 a night.
$12 a night is an awesome deal, especially in Florida state parks. They're just gorgeous. Yeah. Absolutely.
Florida is just a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place. I feel so bad for everybody down there, though.
I know, for all the people that got hit.
The people that got nailed in that storm. Oh my God. Yeah. Really, 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 really bad.
No, you can't beat those prices at all, Sue. For sure.
You can't. Nope. Yep. So
we got 3 weeks to go. About 3 weeks before we pull out.
I have 11 days of work left, and we have about 18 days left before we leave. So roughly, give or take. So yeah, so that seems to be the way it's going to go. The last hurdle is the 22nd. We are going to go to Sue's lupus doctor. And I'm thinking pretty much whether she gives the go ahead or not, we're going. So unless Sue's really, really sick, she's going. And she does have a doctor down there that she can go. The guy's cool. We like the guy. The only reason he changed her medication last year and all that kind of stuff, and a knee-jerk reaction, was because Sue was having bad headaches, and she went in and told the doctor, I don't want to deal with these headaches. So he decided to try different drugs, and one thing led to another, and the next thing you know, she was in really, really bad shape, and it had nothing really to do with the doctor.
Yes, we did, Steve, hear about the long-term visitor center. Yes, the increase. But that's supposedly from what I hear last year. But I got a thing in the mail just yesterday. I forgot to tell you about that and how you can put your voice. You can put your voice out there. Roy and Becky had already sent us that, but I actually got a thing in the mail.
My opinion is that the $180 is very, 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 very cheap. Okay, and very, 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 very reasonable. And if they want to go up a little bit, I get it, because the government, everything's just as expensive for them as it is for everybody else. They're paying, all the workers are paying the same for groceries and all that. So I get it, but I think going up to what was it they wanted? $600 from 180 is a little ridiculous. Yeah. But here's what I think. This is just an old guy who has a little bit of experience watching how government works. I think that what they're doing is they're throwing that $600 figure out there to shock us. And what they're really going to go for is probably 280, 320-ish area, which if you think about it, for 6 months, guys, still a damn good deal. Okay. And I know it would make it tough on people. It would make it tougher on people, but you know what? It's still a hell of a deal, But I think that's what they're doing. I think they're throwing an astronomical price out so that when they ask for the 280 or 300, we'll go, oh, okay, that's a hell of a lot better than 600, and we'll all be happy with it. Just my opinion. Everybody has one like a butthole. I get it, but it's just my opinion. So I don't know. We'll see. I think $600. If that's what they want to go for, then go for it. But go for it in little chunks.
Right.
Not
don't be so
do
outrageous.
it in a 5-year period or something.
Right.
But don't just throw it at people. A lot of people go to the desert because they worked hard all of their life. They don't have a lot of money. They have a rig. They have a home.
Right.
They have everything pretty much paid for, but they're not rich people.
Right.
They need a place to stay warm in the winter, and they head down there. That's the majority of the people, in my opinion. So $180 to them,
it's fair.
It's us too. It's a wonderful thing. It's absolutely fair. If they asked us for 300 or 280, I'd still feel like it was fair.
600 is getting on the steep side.
If they suddenly asked me for 600,
right.
I would probably not go to an LVTA. I would probably just boondock at that point. I can find water.
You probably could find.
I can find water. I can
dump cheaper than that.
I can find dump. I can find propane. I can find all that without the LVTA. However, the LVTA makes it very convenient because you can plunk it down in one
you don't
place.
have to move.
And you have a dump, and you have a place to put your trash, and you have all the water you need. So it's a bargain.
It is a bargain.
That's all.
But it does make it easier for people to be able to do what we're doing. Because if you go up to the $600, it makes it that much harder to come up with that money. Plus, you got to, travel and the cost of gas to get there and all that fun stuff. So Sue said that, yes, lots of damage in Florida due to the 2 hurricanes back to back. We had no damage from either, which you guys are so lucky. And we're so happy. And we never lost power. We did lose our internet for a few days, but it got it back yesterday.
Good. Well,
so we are so glad.
I'm glad you all got it back. And I'm glad, I'm glad that no damage, our niece just moved down there. She didn't get any damage.
Fort Lauderdale area.
One of my father's friends has a condo which was right in the path of it, and I guess on one side of it got wrecked, and on the other side of it got wrecked.
Oh no!
And the condo didn't even get touched.
Wow.
So it is a shocking increase, Steve. I totally agree. Shocking increase.
I think you're right. It will drive people to the BLM areas, which is free.
I just said that if they charge 600, I'm not staying there. Yeah, I'm with a lot of people. I don't have a lot, I don't have ton of money. I mean, especially today. I mean, the prices of everything is just crazy stuff. It's crazy. A loaf of my gluten-free bread right now is $7 or $8. And what do you get out of it? 4 sandwiches, 5 sandwiches? It's crazy, So everything's getting so friggin' expensive. It's just crazy. And I think it will drive folks out of the BLM land. I really do. I think you're right, Steve.
I was going to turn the computer so you guys could see Spike was laying in the chair sleeping, but then Gracie went and jumped on him and got him up. And now they're going to start fighting again. So it was going to be a cute picture, but done. Over. Yes, the BLM area will be overcrowded. You're right, Tommy.
Yeah. Yep.
It's very true. So, we'll have to see what happens. If the BLM starts losing money because people aren't going there, then they will change their mind. So, they'll be like, oh, maybe people aren't going to come here.
If you think about it, even if they had 1/3 the amount of people they have now, they're going to make the same amount of money. So they would have to really
at that price, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual motive is. The motive with the government is always money. I get it, and I don't know what their actual motive is. Time will tell. But right now, it's still $180 from what I understand. So that's a good thing for this year. Let's see what happens. I think they're just trying to give us shock value. I really do. They're just trying to shock us, and they're looking to go up a couple of $100 maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Tommy, I think you're completely right. She fears that it's going to become a mess, and some of it will get closed down. Very true, and that's what Steve is always talking about. They're fighting over there at Ironwood. Is people making messes because people just have to be slobs.
Every single place.
It's very sad because it's a beautiful area. Why would you want to leave it messy? Where I have to say in Quartzsite, Tim from CR View last year did a video of how, and he said, look how they left it. And I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be horrible, all dirty. And it wasn't. It was absolutely beautiful. They made all kinds of rock different rock, like hots or different things with rocks, and they made it beautiful. It was not dirty at all. It was all picked up. It was just they actually left some sculptures. You call them sculptures.
But we
but
have found
it was
all
really
sorts
nice.
of stuff everywhere we've camped. If you look around, you'll find all sorts of stuff: pieces of wire, pieces of cable, pieces of rubber tire, pieces of this, pieces of that, bottle caps, cans. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, people, when we lived in Dartmouth, we used to walk on these trails that would go deep into the woods. I can remember there was a pond in there, and it was way, way, way in the woods, right? And there was a bench there, and somebody came and hiked. They went to the McDonald's drive-thru and they hiked in there to eat. They ate their McDonald's food, and then they left their bag and their drink and everything right there on the ground and left. I just don't get it. If they think it's that beautiful where they can go and sit and eat, why wouldn't they just take it out with them?
And dog poop too. You're right. And dog poop.
And dog poop, the same thing.
What I hate is when they bag it up and then they throw it in the woods. Like,
it's ridiculous.
at least leave it. If you're not going to pick it up and take it out with you, at least leave it there unbagged. Hello, Miss Melanie. How
Hi,
are
Mel. How are you? Mel's
Mel-
been in Maine all weekend.
you? Miss Melanie's been camping at a campground. And
How cold was it up there this morning, Mel? It was 34 here this morning. How
But
cold was it up there?
Miss Melanie got they went there on Thursday and it was nice and quiet. They had a great spot. And then Friday night, all the people came in and they didn't sleep very good on Friday night because of all the
they
were up to 1 o'clock partying. So she was like,
That's the other thing with RV
so much
parks.
for 11 o'clock shutdown.
If you're in an RV park on a Wednesday night, it's nice and quiet and calm. You're in an RV park on a Friday or Saturday night, and forget it. You got all these people come out and all wow, it was 41 in Maine.
That's and usually Maine is way colder than
Wow,
us.
that's way north of us, and we
Right.
were like 34 here this morning. Wow,
I think the weather's changing for sure.
yeah, geez.
It's going backwards for sure. Because Maine usually is much colder than we are.
Glad you made it, Mel. You guys on your way back?
She must be home. Yeah,
You home already?
she must be home. Yeah. Maine is beautiful, especially at this time of year. Yes.
It is.
Was there a
beautiful.
lot of foliage, Mel? I forgot to ask you that yesterday when we talked. Was there tons of foliage? The foliage around here is starting to turn, but it's very dull. We saw some yesterday that was kind of pretty, but a lot of it is just very muted colors.
little
It's
bit
not
muted.
bright.
In the middle of the
So-
day when the sun's real bright, it looks pretty good, but it's kind of muted. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
I've seen better
Yeah,
years.
it's just been.
We've had a lot of rain. I'm surprised.
So I always thought when you got lots of rain that it was prettier, but I can't figure
I
it out
can't
because
figure that out.
I
don't think
swear every year
I
it's
don't know.
different.
About 50% mold foliage. Oh, good.
Foliage was about 50%. Yeah.
Hey Tim, how are
Hi,
you?
Tim. Tim has
Um,
great news. Miss Gracie came home last Friday, was it?
She's doing
Last
really,
Friday,
really,
so she's
really,
doing really well.
I talked to her
Yes.
on the phone 2-3 days ago, and she said she's doing fine. She's getting her
Yeah.
energy back, and
Yeah. So they're very happy.
now from what I understand, she has to wear a defibrillator vest to see if she needs a defibrillator implant.
Right.
Is that right? Am I saying that right? And then
So
for a period of time, and then at that point, they either put in the defibrillator or not, and then she'll be free and clear, I guess. With she's got to watch her diet, I guess. Yes, Lorna, you're right. That is great news. We've
Yes, it
been
is such great
really
news.
worried about those friends of ours. Yes, it
I
is
sent a
right.
message to Crystal and said, "So we have to tie Mom to a chair to keep her still." And she went, "Well, I have to keep reminding her." And I think she's getting rather annoyed at me because she wants to keep doing stuff, and I have to keep reminding her that she needs to rest. So
Kind of sounds like Melanie talking to you.
yeah, right. So little Miss Gracie wants to keep on going, but her, she needs to rest, not keep doing what she, normally does. But it's hard, once you feel good, you want to do your stuff. So
Yep, that's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, so we're getting really excited, huh, Sue? I mean,
yeah,
we're getting really excited. We can get over the final hurdle on,
Right.
on the 22nd, and she still feels the way she's been feeling. Then we're going
We'll see what the doctor has to say.
We're going to be hitting the road.
Oh,
Yes,
sure.
Casey is doing great. She has a follow up on Tuesday, and if all goes well for that, Crystal and I will head back to Quartzsite shortly after.
oh wow, okay, so you'll be there when we get there. That's awesome. Gracie's staying with her aunt to take care of her aunt, so she'll continue to stay there, and she has to stay there till I think.
I think it's
Excuse
December,
me, I believe it's
middle of
3
December,
months. Yeah,
middle of December or something. She's
I
back
believe
by
it's 3
Christmas
months.
or
Yeah.
right after or just before.
I believe it's 3 months. She has to wear the jacket, the
Yeah.
vest. So that'll bring her to just about December sometime.
Yep, and then we'll all be one big happy family down there again. So
Right.
yeah, We
great to
will
see
be
her.
there for how long? Many months will we be there this year? We'll be there most of November, December, January, February, March. Yeah,
But we'll leave it in March, so
yeah, so we'll be there about 4.5 to 5 months.
we'll be going 5 months total. But yeah, we'll be there about
Yeah.
4.5 months. So
Then we're gonna be, like I say, we're gonna meander home.
Yeah.
I ain't no rush to start work in April. It's cold around here in April, so I ain't too much of a rush.
he's getting the cold right now, and he's going, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna want to work in April.
Right.
It's gonna be too cold."
Right. But with these,
With his little heated guy, I swear the coat when he turns the coat on, it reminds me of Captain Kirk. You know, when he always hit this little thing and he would speak into his little thing. That's what it reminds me. Going the wrong direction. There you go.
Heated glove.
He loves his heated gloves.
It's a game changer
Let
for
me
me.
see how warm it
It
gets.
really is. Oh, there's one missing.
You only brought one in here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if the Boston Terrier had, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah, I want to see how warm it gets.
How do I prep the house for winter? I just turn the heat for
Leave me
50
outside.
degrees. I make sure that the pipes ain't exposed. I have the furnace checked, and I'm going to leave some sort of an auxiliary heater. We haven't bought that yet. Some sort of an auxiliary heater in case the furnace fails. And
we have the one at your dad's.
and we have a company that'll immediately come and work on the furnace if we need be. And we have our neighbors that's going to watch the house for us. So that's basically what that's about. That's about it.
And we'll shut the water totally off. I don't know if you said
And
that.
I shut the water off. That way there's no water.
Right.
You know, that way if something did freeze and a pipe burst, then we're not going to have a mess. That's about it. That's, nothing really major. I got finicky Franny done. I just got a few things to do around here. Susie's going to make sure we have our essentials in the van, and she has to do Christmas shopping.
Christmas
and
shop
wrap
is my
it,
next
which is going
big.
to stress her out. Watch.
That's my next
2
big
days
thing.
before we leave, she'll be running around like a chicken with
No,
her head
I
cut
did
off.
good last year. It was all done well before. we left.
Anyways.
I get it all wrapped and give it to the kids, and they hang on to it till Christmas Day, and then we do it by Zoom. So
Yeah.
I'll get it done.
We've done
I've
Christmas.
just got to get my button gear. I got this place is pretty much done. I've got a few things I've got to return to Amazon.
We've done Christmas by Zoom ever since COVID, and the kids love it. And to be honest with you, I think if we had kids, we would love it too. If we were doing it if we were the kids, because they don't have to get dressed, they don't have to do nothing, and you actually focus on the person. You talk to them and focus on them as they're opening their presents and stuff. So it's really not a bad way to have Christmas, other than you can't physically hug the people, right? I mean,
How come that doesn't? It went off.
you hearing me?
Yes, it went off.
Because the battery went dead.
Oh, okay, so that's why. But it did make my hand warm.
It did, but right?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Skyping's not a bad way. It really isn't.
Yes.
Other than you physically don't get to hug the person.
Yeah. And Tim says yes, it's 3 months on the portable defibrillator, and doctor will confirm if she can travel prior to that, or if she will have to stay there till it comes off. So that might be great. She might be able to go back to Quasi too.
That'd be good.
That would be
That'd
awesome.
be good. And yes, that's on
Awesome.
the 17th. So everybody's here. We go right now. Everybody pray
Prayers
for
for
Gracie
Gracie.
for her doctor's appointment on the 17th, and everybody pray for Susie for her doctor's appointment on the 22nd with her lupus doctor, guys. Okay,
Is it 22nd? I don't even know.
it's
What
the 22nd. I
22nd.
know.
You know,
Yes, I do.
he's holding his breath on that one.
Yeah,
My numbers went up, bro. All my
a little bit, and then
Inflammations
they
went
went
up.
back down in the right direction.
Right.
It might have been the Chinese food she had. It might have been the fact that she's going down on
Right.
prednisone. Jane Bray is in the house. Welcome,
Hello,
Jane,
Jane.
and how are you?
and Sam Gloves. Hi, Sam.
Sam Gloves, yay!
It's always nice to have our glove friend here.
Yep. Roy and
Roy and
Becky,
Becky, yay! Howdy,
How are
howdy.
you guys? Nice to have
We're
you
just
on
talking
board,
about
guys.
you. We're saying all
We
kinds of
were
bad
just talking
things about
it.
you.
Bad things too. You came in this at the wrong time. So
We're looking forward to seeing all our friends.
yeah, we're gonna be hanging out with all the guys.
What brand is your electric jacket?
It's actually a no-name brand by Amazon.
Oh yeah, it's an Amazon.
It doesn't
one.
have any name
Yeah.
in it at all. So I don't know, and I was a little skeptical, but it was $50 cheaper than the other jacket, so I bought it, and it's been fine. It works. You get 6.5 to 7 hours heat out of it. Steve, if we go to Tucson Speedway,
He's
you-
bringing his jacket.
I'm bringing my heated coat, dude, because it gets a little cold there in the desert in the wintertime. Oh, the race just finished. The Winston Cup.
Who won, Roy?
Yeah, who won, Roy?
Might not be somebody we know, but I gotta ask anyways. We still call it Winston Cup these days.
Yeah, we still call it
it's
Winston
been a long
Cup.
time since I've been watching.
Winston Cigarettes has a sponsoration in, I don't know, 20
20
years, right?
plus, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're a little
I
bad
don't
about
know.
that.
That's the way it is. Lawson.
Lawson.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, that might be the one that Ella likes.
Yeah, it is.
Ella was telling my little niece Ella, she was hanging out and she was saying she went to the she went down to, where'd they go to
I don't know. Bristol.
Bristol. Was it Bristol?
No, they went to Darlington.
Darlington.
Yeah.
So her dad took her, and she got to go down to it. And so I'd be like, "Who do you like?" And she started telling me people. I'm like, "I don't even know those people."
Roy,
So-
we're getting old, you know.
I still call it.
still
Winston Cup.
call it
Oh,
Winston
cool.
Cup, right?
And you watch it all the time, so we're not so far
Right, so
out
I'm
there.
not,
then.
such, I'm
Good.
not such a moron, right, for calling it that.
Uh,
But we used to watch it every single Sunday. You know, we really did. But
We got to go to one. We got to go to one. It was fun. We got to go to New Hampshire International. They had their first Winston Cup race, and we got to go. And he went as a writer for the newspaper. I was supposed to be the photographer. So we went though, and we got to go up into the tower, and we were sitting right there with Buddy Baker and Darrell Waltrip, listen to them announce. It was so cool.
it was very cool.
It was very cool because we had been watching them forever. So it was a really fun thing to do.
Infinity is still the Busch Series too. LOL. Yeah, right.
Tim said, I used to smoke Winston's way back then. Glad I finally kicked the habit. I am too.
Me too.
He used to smoke Winston's too.
Yeah, I stopped smoking in 2009.
He smoked Marlboros for a long time, and then he went to Winston's. Infinity is still the
NASCAR has
Busch
changed
Series
a
too.
whole lot over the years, Steve. I could write a book on how much has changed. It's
Yeah.
you know, and I don't want to say this in any kind of negative way because it's just the way things have turned out to be. However, most of the drivers on that circuit are just really, really young guys who were raised on go-kart racing by rich parents, who are driving for rich owners, who are driving for rich corporations. That's what it's become. When I was a kid, Winston Cup racing, you had to be in your 30s and you had to prove that you were a champion by way of short tracks in the United States, and you worked your way up, and then you had to be approved and work your way up in NASCAR series to even get into the Winston Cup series. And most of the drivers were between 30 and 45 years old. They were experienced. They weren't knuckleheads like smashing and crashing and bashing. And So it was a different world.
And they also built the cars themselves.
And they
too.
built the cars themselves. Everybody buys everything today. And these rich kids are raised to be stock car drivers. Just
Totally different, but
just my opinion.
just a different way of doing
Not
things.
saying anything wrong or anything right. Just that's the way it seems to me. So,
Here's the old guy talking again.
yeah, I'm just an old guy that just likes to talk. You know? Canadian Family Life.
Hi,
Welcome.
Tiffany. How are you?
Hello, Tiffany.
Nice
How
to
are
see you.
Welcome aboard. Geez, we have a nice bunch of people here today. I really do. Wonderful.
Hope you guys are doing well up there. I hear it's getting cold up your way. I bet it's pretty chilly. We were complaining about what would you say it was 34 this morning? 34. He was complaining. What's your temperature now, Tiffany? Roy, what's it over your way? Steve was saying it was what 100 and was it 100?
It was 102.
102 at Steve's.
102 in Tucson. What's it
doing over there in
What's the
Quartzsite?
temperature in Quartzsite?
Roy promised us that the temperature was going to start going down, but he's calling it Indian summer because it keeps getting warmer.
Indian summer around here is when it goes over 70 in October. Indian summer down there is when it goes up to 110.
100. Yeah.
And
Very true.
and Roy says we're freezing at 98 degrees. Yeah, right. You know,
98.
Yeah, right.
Oh my.
Yep.
So it's going down a little bit.
We'll be down there with you all in no time if things go well here.
Yes, Mel, I changed the chain on my necklace because the other one broke. It was actually hanging around my neck, and the crossley I did down on my shirt.
Wow, you're lucky. You
I
didn't
am
lose
so lucky
stuff.
that I did not lose that.
My God.
Thank you, dear God, once again.
You didn't,
Yes.
tell me, you didn't even tell me about that.
I didn't tell you that. Yeah, it fell.
Did the dogs hit it?
I don't know what happened. It just the little clasp thing broke, and so
You might
I
wanna
thought
go-
I
you
fixed
might,
it.
You might want to go get a good chain like this.
This is a good chain.
Is it?
So I
You don't want to
found
lose
that one.
Do not.
Today
want
was your
to
last
lose
100-degree
that.
day. Okay, I think. Yeah, I was gonna say
That'd
good
be
one,
nice.
good one, Roy.
That'd be nice. What do you think it'll be by the time we get down there, Roy? We'll be there in like mid-November. What are we looking at?
Oh, G arrived today. Yay, G.
Gee, yay! Boy, at first he wasn't going to go, and then we heard he was going to go, and it just makes us so happy. We love G.
He's a fun guy.
He's a fun guy.
He put up a little
He's a-
short. I don't know if you guys saw
He's a definite character.
I don't know if you guys saw the short he put up, but it was some birds were underneath his camper, and he was like, "Go away!" And I couldn't resist but say, "Hey, you're always making friends everywhere you go." So he's making friends with the birds.
Tim says I'd rather be in Quartzsite with the 100-degree temps and close to zero humidity than here in all the humidity and traffic. Traffic.
Love the
I'll
traffic
bet.
here. Yeah, there's
I'll bet.
traffic around
Houston,
here too.
I drove through Houston twice with Finicky Fanny. It wasn't. It's not a fun place to drive. It's really just not.
Yeah, and plus you add the humidity in there. What are your temperatures there now, Tim? Are you still pretty warm?
Remember the days when they started the race and didn't stop until the checkered flag, right?
Right?
They didn't
Wouldn't
have-
that be nice? I
didn't have-
mean, I think that's what bored us was all the cautions.
Yeah, people just bash and crash and bash and crash and
and
bash
then
and
it's
crash
caution
and
and
bash
caution
and
and
crash.
caution. Yeah.
And even in short tracks, I mean, a lot of the disrespect in society went down to short tracks. When I was a kid, you could watch like a 30 to 50 lap feature, and you'd have 30 cars, and you might get one caution, but everybody would race pretty clean. Today, everybody just bashes and crashes and smashes, and it's just dwindled down from society. I think there's no respect.
Roy said we're up to an average of 8 cars at the stoplights now. And that's probably up there, right? From a while ago, because they're starting to get people coming in.
From like one of the stoplight,
Right.
maybe.
When we get there, there's probably 12 maybe.
Yeah.
We weren't there during the actual tent. We were in we were over in Yuma during that time.
Tim
So
says it's 93 in
93
Houston.
now, ooh.
And it's like the armpit of America down there. It really
It
is.
is
It's just got the
humid,
heat coming
yeah.
off of the Gulf Stream. You got the heat coming from the Pacific Ocean, and it's just
Yeah.
super humid down there. The whole area, Louisiana, Alabama, that whole Texas area there, it's just really, really humid. I mean, and I don't mean the armpit of America in a bad way. I mean, it's a sweaty place.
Sweaty,
So
right.
it's just
hot.
It's just a hot place.
We
We
lived
lived
in Texas for 2.5 years, and
So we
basically we
know
just
how
stayed
hot.
inside in the air
we did
conditioner because it was
absolutely
just too
all
hot.
summer long.
And we
and-
came from here, which has humidity as well.
Right, and it was
But it was too
long,
hot.
long summers too down there. And you get a very short winter. We lived there for 2 years, saw a coating of snow once. So yeah, you don't get a whole lot of cold weather.
You're totally right. They said, and they have all the limiter stuff on the race cars now. Really, no challenge like it used to be.
No.
Right? Because it used to be, whoever built the better mousetrap, as they say, would be the one to win.
Right.
Now they all have all the store-bought stuff and the limiters and this and that. And
I mean, when I was
know-
a kid, they would build their own chassis, they'd build their own A-frames, they would design their own front end, they would build their own wheels. They would cut 2 wheels in half and add a center and make the wheels wider. It just goes on and on and on. They would use stock bodies. They would go to the junkyard. They would buy a car. They would burn it out, and they would use the stock body, whether it be a Chevy 2 or a Malibu or whatever it was. I mean, you built a better mousetrap. Today, you buy a better mousetrap.
well, you buy the same mousetrap as the next guy.
So the guy with the most money ends up running up front. And it always was kind of that way, but there was a time when you could build a better mousetrap and beat the guy with money.
Right.
Today, you ain't beating the guy with money.
Right.
You're not going to do it. It's all about the wallet. It's like,
And plus, they go faster and faster and
and what
faster.
they're
And
spending. Oh my God, what they're spending is just. I can remember when Bill Elliott, if he won 3 races, he would win $1 million. And I remember what a big deal that was for him to win $1 million. That's peanuts today. I mean, absolute peanuts.
crazy.
It means nothing. They spend probably $3 million just to go to a race. So yeah, we got a couple minutes here, guys. We're gonna show the puppies.
See if Gracie will come up.
See
Come
if
here,
Gracie will
Grace.
come up.
Come here, Grace. Come here. Come here, Grace. Grace.
Come on, Grace.
Come here, baby. Come here.
Come on, buddy.
Come here, baby. They're actually taking a little bit of a nap. And here's Gracie. Here's Gracie. Say hi, Gracie. And then, can you see it? Gracie, look. Her little teeth were sticking out. She has the cutest little teeth. Jeff Gordon was the only other driver to win that million, too. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, you're right.
Yep.
And it was a big deal too. It was a really big deal to win that million. It really was.
Oh, Royce and I watched the Stapleton 42 on YouTube. He tours the old teams' garages and interviews the older guys from different teams. I bet that's a really good thing.
I would love that show.
Yeah.
Here's Spike, guys.
And there's a Gracie.
The big boy.
A Spike and a Gracie. Hi, bud. Are you tired?
They're
You're both
tired and they're
tired.
hungry because we normally feed them between 5:45 and 6. And right now it's 5
Thank you.
5
kisses.
of 6. So
Thank you, kisses.
they're wondering
Thank you,
when the
kisses.
hell we're going to be done talking to you people and when we're going to be feeding them is what they're worrying
Oh,
about.
great thumbnail, by the way. The puppies. Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you.
Who wrote that?
Economic refugees. Great
Oh.
thumbnail.
Yeah,
They are sticking. They are too stinking cute. They really are.
they are too stinking cute.
They're just crazy little puppies.
They have become our life. There's no doubt about
You
it.
can tell they're tired. Yeah, they have all red
Yeah.
faces. They get very
Yeah,
red
they
when
get really pink.
they're little. Like you can see all Spikey's pink. Yeah.
See the pink around Spike's nose? When he gets tired, he gets
He's
very
very
see it right there.
tired.
It gets
He's all
all
pink.
It's all pink. His belly too. You can't see it so much.
They have been going all day. They've
His
been
belly.
playing all day and having fun. Thank you, Lorna. They are our cuties. They're a handful, but they're cute.
They are. They are a handful. It takes
You're
a team.
very
It takes a
tired.
team to take care of them. It really
You're gonna
does.
go to sleep. You're so tired. Poor
Mhm.
Spike.
They've been running all day. They've been going all day. They took 2 little naps. Like I said, they started
That's
at 7. They romped. They played. We walked. Company came. We had dinner with our friends, so they can't go to sleep when people are here. So they took a tiny nap. Then the people left. They took a tiny nap. And since we've been on the line, they've been running around. So now they just want to
Exactly.
eat and go to bed. That's how I feel about 6 o'clock at night. I just want to eat and go to bed, right? Crazy. Love them. Thank you.
The big yawn.
Yeah, so
She's going. All right.
Yeah,
Where you
Sookie.
going?
Yeah, they're
She's
very
done.
tired.
She's done.
Oh, Spike's worried about what she's seeing.
Hi, Petey. Happy
We're
bud.
gonna put Spike down. He's worried about what
Bud.
Grace is doing. Yeah, and
We're tired.
We feel bad. Linda Barker didn't come today, and
Oh yeah, she was looking for him last
she was
week. We
looking
never
forward
got
to
around
seeing
to
the
it.
puppies last week. We promised to show her the puppies last week, and the next thing you knew, the hour was over, and we didn't show her the puppies.
Never
We were
got to
hoping
see.
she'd be here today, but she wasn't.
They're good
so
babies.
that's
They really are. They're
That's
fun.
okay.
They're learning.
It is what it is.
They're learning.
So I actually started. I started at 8:30 this morning. Worked on a video, put together a video, and tried for 5 hours to send it to YouTube. Can't get it to go to YouTube. So look for the video when I get it on, guys. It's coming. It's got some silly sheep and wacky bunnies. Let's just put it that way. It's kind of a funny little short that I made up. But yeah.
So he's a little frustrated because he couldn't finally got time to sit down and do it.
I
And
tried for 5 hours to get it to go up, but I can't figure it out. But I'm going to call some tech people tomorrow. Of course, on the
Couldn't get
weekend,
tech
on
people
the
today.
weekend, you have to do it by way of chat, and they want you to pay for it. I don't want to pay for it. I want to talk to the Premier Elements people and have them straighten me out because, I got to get this straightened out before I hit the road. Because when I hit the road, I plan to go back to putting up regular videos, because I won't be quite as busy. That's for sure. I still have a ton of stuff to put up from last year's
yeah,
trip.
we showed a lot.
I really do. I have a ton. I have interviews. I have all kinds of stuff from Tucson. I have all kinds of stuff from Quartzsite. I haven't put up any of my trips with Roy and Becky and I mean with Roy and Tim. I haven't put up all kinds of stuff. I just got that. So,
Got a lot.
but I have such a busy summer working, and we haven't had internet. That's the thing. We've had a hard time, even in Little Compton. So,
Oh, Mel says tomorrow's a holiday, so they might be closed. Yeah, tomorrow's Columbus Day. Or Indigenous Peoples Day, however you want to
well,
put
then
it.
I'll have to figure it out on Tuesday when I get back from work. I guess.
Yeah.
But I'll have to figure it out one way or the other. I have 11 days of work left, though, guys. That's it. 11 days of work.
It's counting down. I have a new ad to my bucket list. The Arkansas Money Bunnies. I haven't seen that one in Eureka Springs. Huh.
I never heard of that.
The Arkansas Money Bunnies. We'll have to look
Huh.
that one up.
Yeah.
Let us know what that's about, Jane.
Yeah.
In Eureka Springs. We haven't made it to Eureka
We
Springs
have
either.
not, no.
We haven't really done a lot of traveling around once we got there. We did so much traveling to get there, so we didn't really go anywhere from there.
This is Arkansas.
Oh, it's Arkansas. Okay, yeah, sorry.
We haven't done any
So it's
traveling
not-
in Arkansas at all.
Oops. Okay, I can read, guys.
So, yeah, we haven't. All we've done
alright.
is travel through Arkansas several times. We've never done
Right, we never
anything that I
stopped.
can think of
No.
in Arkansas.
No, we
no.
can't have not. You're right.
Ever since Bill Clinton.
Right, we just
I'm kidding. That's a joke. Just,
Eureka Springs is awesome.
yeah.
Well, we'll have to check it out someday. Live bunnies hand you your change. Oh God.
Oh wow, really? I would love that. Oh my God, I'd love to see that. I'd like to get a film of that too.
We'll have to put that on our list of things
That'd
to
be a
do.
lot of fun.
This year we're trying to just get there because it's going to be late that we're leaving.
Yeah,
He's a little
we're
bit worried
legally-
about.
I don't want to deal with ice storms.
ice
I don't
or
want to deal with
snow,
snowstorms.
right.
I just want to get right to Quartzsite and relax. I've worked hard this year, and I just want to relax. Sue's feeling good. I want her to relax. The puppies will love it out there. It's nice and warm. So Yeah, we're just heading straight out there. We're gonna meander on the way home. We're gonna see Devil Dog, Bob and Sue, Carol, Handicap Traveler, Vanilla Gorilla, and probably Doreen from Camp and Therapy.
And you said you say handicap traveler?
Yeah.
You
So
did,
we
okay.
have 5 or 6 people. We're gonna actually meander home for about 3 to 4 weeks and stop and see everybody for a few days. So
That's our plan.
that's our plan.
But last year our plans changed, so we'll see what this year brings because you never know what the plan. As Tom and Lori would say, it's written in the sand.
So, anyways, guys, good night. We love you all. Our hour is up. We appreciate everybody.
Thank you
for
guys
stopping
so
by.
much. We love you
fully
guys.
appreciate it. Every week we come here, we wonder if our friends are going to show up, and they always do. And we thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. So you all have a good week.
Take
And
good care.
we will see you all next week.
God bless everybody. Take
God
care.
bless.
We'll see you soon.